Hello, people. I think it's afternoon today, and I haven't been on here for a little while. I'm trying to find a direction of this, so I thought let me just read out of these two books, and especially like Each Day in the Beginning, as well as the Daily Bread, and see what we can get out of it. I know I've just started the channel, and I've tried to get people to like, subscribe, share with your friends. I sound like the ghetto nun. Oh, watch her anyways. I love her. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, network, so that we can make sure that everyone's watching and everyone's getting an opportunity to see what this is about. I'm still looking for ideas if everyone wants to have any suggestions. I know people will watch meat rot. People will watch anything. People eat food. I'm not eating food in front of you guys right now, but if that's something you would like, I'll do it. I think so. Just let me get my word across first. Anyways, love you guys. Today is September 12th, and I just got back from my Connecticut trip, and I have a few minutes before I have to head back to work, so I thought, let me just read this here. No person is your enemy. No person is your friend. Every person is your teacher. Florence Scovel Shinn. We can open ourselves to opportunities today. They abound in our lives. No circumstance we find ourselves in is detrimental to our progress. No relationship with someone at work or at home is superfluous to our development. Teachers are everywhere, and as we become ready for new lessons, one will appear. As we become ready for a new lesson, one will appear. We can marvel at the wonder of our lives today. We can reflect on our yesterdays and be grateful for the lessons they taught us. We can look with hopeful anticipation at the days ahead, gifts, all of them. We're on a special journey, serving a special purpose, uniquely our own. No barrier, no difficult person, no tumultuous time is designed to interrupt our progress. All experiences are simply here to teach us what we have yet to learn. Trusting in the goodness of all people, all situations, all paths to progress will release whatever our fears, freeing us to go forth with a quicker step and an assurance that eases all moments. The 12 steps helps us to recognize, and this is in the Each Day New Beginning. I think it's like Al-Anon, and I've just taken like pieces of it throughout the years. The 12 steps helps us to recognize teachers in our lives. They help us to clear away the baggage of the past and free us to accept and trust the will of God, made known to us by the teachers as they appear. I am a student in life, and I can learn only if I open my mind to my teachers. So I like the way they said, there are different things that have been said here, and I can talk about every sentence on here, but I've said it in different portions of my videos, little things like, everything here is for our growth. Everything here is for our progress on our journey. God's allows, God says God's will. Teachers are in our lives to help us clear away the baggage of the past and free us to accept and trust the will of God. And it's made known to us by teachers as they appear. So when you ever heard the saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. When you are ready to learn something in life, the lesson or the person that's supposed to teach you that will appear, will be there. You won't know it right away unless you're like really already doing the work. So it's saying, no person is your enemy. Not every person is your friend. Every person is your teacher. So you not only have to be, willing to walk your journey thinking you know it all. You can't be walking your journey thinking you know it all, because the teacher will become the student. Everyone is there to teach you something in some way, shape, or form, because we are not all born with all gifts. God gives us each individual gifts, and then he crosses all of our paths when we're ready. Like he makes sure people cross our paths when we're ready. So you might meet, like I have a best friend who's so good with her words, so patient, so loving, so kind. And she crossed my path exactly when I needed her, and we've been like this ever since. I'm not, and she's like the best friend, but I'm not always the best friend. I'm not always the friend that checks up on you. I'm so caught up in self-discovery or self-love and finding God that I fall short. We're not perfect, but I say that to insinuate or to show an example of everyone has different gifts. So I've learned how to be a wonderful friend through her, always checks up, or even if she don't call me first, when I do call her she's always willing to listen and be a good friend. I'm not always like that. So let me read the other one. But concept there is when a student is ready, the teacher will appear. So everyone you meet is there to teach you something, no matter what it is. I use that example of, being a good friend, and because just that's something I could relate to. Tongue tamers. This is the daily bread. And it's talking about James 3, 1 through 6. Don't let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others. And so that gives you a little bit, and then we'll talk about that. In West with the Night, author Beryl Markham detailed her work with oh my God, that's a word I can't. Camciscan. A feisty stallion who was tasked with taming. She met her match with Camciscan. I'm gonna say it that. Dyslexic. That's what I'm looking like right now. No matter what strategy she employed, she could never fully tame the proud stallion, chalking up only one victory over his stubborn will. So she was trying to tame a horse in the West. How many of us feel this way in the battle to tame our tongues? See, I couldn't tame my tongue to pronounce that word. No. Well, James compares the tongue to the bit in a horse's mouth or a ship's rudder, James 3 through 5. He also laments, out of the same mouth come praise and cursing. My brothers and sisters, this should not be. Verse 10. So that's true. Like I said to some of my people that when I visited Connecticut, I suddenly started becoming a sailor mouth again, because I was such a sailor mouth in Connecticut when I moved down south. That was something I was trying to work on before I left. And as soon as I went back, the old ways came right back in. So I'm not perfect, very imperfect. So out of the same mouth come praise and cursing. So I'm praising, I'm doing my best daily to, walk my walk. And here I come. One of my flaws is cursing. So I've worked on that and I've done a lot better, I must say. However, when I went to Connecticut, I was doing a lot of that. So how can we win the battle over the tongue? The Apostle Paul offers tongue taming advice. The first involves speaking only the truth, Ephesians 4:25. This is not a license to be painfully blunt. However, Paul follows up with, do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up. Verse 29. We can also take out the trash. Get rid of all bitterness, rage, and anger, brawling and slander, along with every form of malice. Verse 31. Is this easy? Not if we attempt to do it on our own. Thankfully, we have the Holy Spirit who helps us as we rely on him. As Markham learned, consistency with Camciscan was needed in the battle of will. Such is the case in the taming of the tongue. So, stubborn tongue, bitterness, anger. When you hold all that and you just don't think about what you say when you're talking or what you're about to say, your tongue can become your demise, like Samson. His tongue, or telling the truth, became his demise. And it's not in bitterness or anger. It's just who he trusted. However, this is not what we're talking about. We're talking about the tongue. There is life and death in the power of the tongue. That's how I was telling you, like I do, look at the time. I do a few minutes. I do little positive talks, affirmations. I thank God for having a wonderful job that pays me my worth. I have a wonderful job that encourages me and acknowledges me and appreciates me. I have a wonderful husband. Those affirmations. There's life and death in the power of the tongue. If you say you can't do something, you will not do it. So try these two things to try to help you with your tongue. Be mindful of what you think before you say it. And then you'll be more aware of how you catch yourself. Change words, curse words with other words. Like we used to say, like sugar, honey, iced tea, things like that. It's not easy. It takes practice. Everything takes practice. Every day is practice. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Also, ask yourself, what do you find most challenging in taming your tongue? What do you find most challenging in taming your tongue? Being bitter, when you're angry, do you curse? Do you speak negatively about yourself? It's so hard, but it's something that you can get used to. So you have to change it up. I want y'all to try this. Try to eliminate the words try and can't. Because one of my clients used to say, uh, I'll remember her name and I'll add it on. One of my clients used to say, Valerie Poe's mom, used to say, can't never did nothing. She was like 92. Can't never did nothing. Alzheimer's and couldn't remember. But whenever you said, oh, I can't, she was like, can't never did nothing. That's right. Can't never did nothing. Eliminate the word can't. Eliminate the word try. Replace them with words like, I will do my best. I will do. I can. You know, power, life and death is in the power of the tongue. And it says here, do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful in building others up. Not only building others up, which is what we're supposed to be doing, building yourself up. By you being an example of building yourself up or showing people that you can do things and you have changed, you will be an example for other people, and they will believe that they can do it too. You know, because they've seen, people who have seen you at your worst will definitely see the changes in you and will see the best in you. Also, another question, what practical steps can you take to win the battle in the coming week? We win this battle with the tongue. You know, speak affirmations to yourself. Eliminate try and can't. Because when you say you're going to try, you give yourself an excuse not to finish. Or, you know, we are procrastinating people. I'll do it later. No, I'll do it now. And I will do my best to do it now. I fall short on all of this from time to time. Don't get me wrong. I am imperfect, but we are made perfect in God. So just be mindful of that. And let's thank God. Lord Jesus, I need you to help me be mindful of the words I use. Words I use towards others. Speak life into others. Words I use against myself. I am not the skinniest person, but I am wonderful just as I am. I am proud of myself. I am beautiful. My heart is whole. What I normally say, my character is deep. My integrity is strong. I uphold myself with integrity and truth. You gotta love yourselves. Empower each other. I always slap my knee or my thigh. Crazy. Tongue tamers, and you know, so life and death in the power of the tongue. Do not, says James, do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only what is helpful to build others. Also, today was, I am a student of life. I can learn only if I open my mind to my teachers. Clear away the baggage of the past and free us to accept, trust the will of God, and trust the will of God. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So I guess I'm the teacher right now. People who have seen me curse like a sailor, and now I try my best to do different. Sometimes I'd be like, oh, Jesus, or I'll just pat myself in the mouth if I come off, if I fall short, or oh, I shouldn't say that. You know, I was introduced to, I had the blessing to cross a young lady who was only 19 who I was training at work, and Zoe, and she would always tame me because I would say the word SHIT or, you know, sugar honey iced tea or something like that. Slip up when maybe someone added to my to-do list or something. I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry. And she was there to correct me. So because she helped me, I was more mindful of what I was saying as far as my sailor mouth. But, you know, I also have people in my life. My grandma used to beat me down. She used to verbally, emotionally, you're fat, you're ugly, la negra, you know, you're dark, da-da-da. Not dark now. But you know, the black sheep or whatever. And I started believing those things. So speak positivity into yourself. Speak good things about yourself. Look in the mirror and say, I am beautiful. I am strong. I do my best. You know, I just had a friend hit me up on Snap telling me that, you know, my encouraging words from the other video of watch the company you keep kind of helped her out because she was giving up for a moment there. And I'm like, you know what? Listen to more of my videos, because as the day goes on, you know, keep going. You know, I'll keep praying for everyone. God bless you guys. May he heal whatever in your hearts and your minds that need fixing. May you guys reach out to him for guidance, because he is the only one that will help you be whole. You know, and she was just telling me how it was so encouraging. So be an example. I'm the teacher, and I've learned from her as well. You know, you find parents losing their patience. You get into situations where you feel you can't do things. Don't speak that stuff into you. If you feeling like you're coming up against a wall, God is closing that door. Don't push against a closed door. You know, God is closing the door. He's opening a few other ones. Speak positive. When you're thinking things can't go, or things are going wrong and you're thinking you can't, there's no way. I'll think, you know what? This too shall pass. Use that. This too shall pass. You can only be down for so long. There's only one way to go when you're down, you know? latch on to something. Listen to some gospel music. Talk to a positive friend. Speak some life into yourself. Look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am strong. I'm gonna get past this. This is nothing. This is a challenge. This is a roadblock. This is a setback. Maybe God stopped it. If you were waiting for something to come in, maybe God said it's not the time yet because you don't need it yet. You think you need it yet, but I know what's best. You know, keep that in mind. I'm sure I rambled on, but if anyone, please comment. And if you guys want to elaborate on anything I've said, and we can just start another discussion about it, even better. Like, subscribe, share. Peace, love. Peace and love. I love you guys. I love you guys. Have a good day. Make it the best one you can make it. Smile at a stranger. Smile at a stranger. You never know when someone is going through. Love you guys. Peace.